May want to listen to the disclaimer that I am about to provide. The following content is provided as educational and entertainment purposes only. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments, as I am not a financial advisor. Any and all content provided by me contains my own speculative opinion on the market. As such, this content should not be used to make trading or investment decisions. The market is extremely volatile, and the decisions you make should be based on your own due diligence. If you should make a trade or investment decision based off of the speculative content that we provide, this disclaimer legally relinquishes me from any and all responsibility, win or lose. Past market performance is not indicative of future market results. Trading in any market is extremely risky, and you should conduct your own research and analysis prior to making your own trading and investment decisions. Oh! Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Blackfire Technical Analysis channel. We are live and back at it once again. And boy, oh boy, what a day I had today. I'm going to start off with a little bit of a story. An incident happened today, and today was the first time in my young YouTube career and in my not-so-young trading career that I have been insulted and blamed for another person's failure to trade correctly. Wow. How unfortunate. So I want to start off this beautiful day, this wonderful, beautiful day, by letting you guys know of a few things, right? Number one, I didn't memorize it, but I wrote this disclaimer down that I purposely read on every stream for very specific reasons. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, nor will it ever be financial advice. Even when I do become a full-time professional day trader, my analysis will never be financial advice. That is why I have this disclaimer. That is why I read the disclaimer. That is why it is here to protect me legally and to protect me from any asshats that decide it's my fault for their piss-poor trading decisions, right? Number two. For those of you that are in the channel, you do realize I am a little over the top. I'm a little harsh. I'm a little real. I will combat any analysis you provide if I so desire to. I could agree with it, and I'm still gonna come down. I'm still gonna make sure that I combat you, to make sure you know what you're talking about, to make sure that you know that the plan that you are procuring is a plan that you're gonna stick with. Right? Confidence is the number one key, in my opinion, for day trading. You identify your edge, you are confident in your edge, and you stick with your edge. Even if you're completely right, I'm going to find a reason. I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to find a reason why you're wrong. I'm going to find a reason to combat your mentality so that you become a better trader over time and that I become a better trader over time. That is the whole purpose of the Blackfire Technical Analysis Facebook group study chat. It is an opportunity for those who want to discuss market analysis, market fundamentals, news, anything market related, and debate all of the subjects that I just outlined. My debates will get heated. They will definitely get heated. And that's what I want. I want heated debates. I want the group and the channel and all the members within to challenge each other to become better traders. That's the entire goal. If you have a hankering to be an absolute child and blame me for your piss poor decisions in trading. Blame me for not mitigating your own risk. Blame me for not handling your positions in a professional manner, and then insult me as a result. You might want to take a step back, look in the mirror, and figure out who's really making those decisions. It's you. You are responsible for your own cash. You are responsible for your own finances. You are responsible for your own trades and investments. You are responsible for your own risk management. You are responsible for your own analysis. You are responsible for identifying your own edges. You are responsible for setting up your own trading view charts. And you are responsible for hitting the buy long or sell short button. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments ever. That is not the purpose of this channel. The purpose of this channel is to grow together, to challenge each other. And today, some insults were thrown my way, and I particularly did not favor being insulted for simply doing my job. This is a blood sport. At the end of the day, it is a blood sport. That's what trading is. However, I want to change it from a blood sport mentality into a growing experience with all of the members involved. So I do say one more time, if you have the hankering to throw an insult at me, if you have the hankering to be a child within the channel that I created, please do us all a favor and evacuate yourself. Leave the group, unsubscribe, and drop it and get out. I do not have time to deal with people who want to throw shade, people who want to insult, people who want to bash or demean another human being for their own speculative opinion on the market. I'm very confident in my analysis. That is rule number one when you are trading. You have to be confident in your edge, because if any of the emotions affect your confidence in a trade, you are likely to make an emotionally related decision, which most of the time is bad. So again, please, while the debates will get heated, I will combat you at all times. Whether you are right, whether you are wrong, I'm going to combat you. I'm going to challenge you as a trader, as that is what I expect in this group. Challenges. That is how you grow, that is how you overcome, that is how you conquer, and that is how you profit in this market. So, for those of you watching, I don't know if you've heard, but that is a little bit of a backstory of the events that occurred in our group today. I will not tolerate it. I'm a supervisor during the day, so I know how to supervise, and this is me supervising. Please, do yourself a favor. If you have the hankering to be a child, get out. I have no room for it. I found it funny. I found it hilarious that someone got upset that I was challenging their analysis, right? Again, that's the whole purpose. Got upset, threw an insult, started calling me names. I'm laughing in the background the whole time, but I still take this matter very seriously. Why? Because I want everybody in the group to grow together. I want us to come together as a channel, as a group, and teach and learn from one another. That's the whole purpose. We're all trying to make money here. At the end of the day, that's the whole group. So while you may think I'm arrogant, I am. While you think I'm overconfident, I am. That's what you should be if you're a day trader. So, stories aside, we have plenty of juicy things to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We have some new all-time highs to talk about. So we're going to go ahead and hop on over. If you didn't like that little backstory, I do apologize. I just felt like it was necessary to remind people we got to be professional. So we're going to hop right into this analysis here. Is my camera fucked up? We're going to hop right into this analysis. We're going to start off with good old NASDAQ here, setting some new all-time highs. That TA, mumbo jumbo, oh, I'm going to be real cocky today. Oh, yeah. If the individual, and the individual knows who he or she is, if you're seeing this video, I'm going to be extra cocky just for you, big boy, just for you. That TA mumbo jumbo working for fucking NASDAQ today, looking at new all-time highs. What does that mean? What does that mean? Indeed, we do have a possibility to see extension as of now to the 2.2 Fibonacci extension level, right around $16,800. Again, this is not a move that I'm looking at to happen, boom, right now, right? I'm not looking at it to happen, woo! That's not realistic, right? I'm looking for ebbs and flows. I'm going to be looking for higher highs, higher lows, ebbing and flowing, maybe some cool downs, some pullbacks along the way. Is it a guaranteed target? No, this is not a guaranteed target. This is just telling me, hey, this is likely an area of very heavy interest, right? If we do see price action ebb and flow on its way to the 2.272 Fibonacci extension target, again, right around $16,800, I do believe that there is going to be extreme interest upon this level, okay? Even if we get close, there's going to be extreme interest, right? As this is look at the space, right? Look at the space between this target here that we've exceeded to this target here that is now likely the next target to be aware of. Again, this is a long-term target, right? It doesn't have to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in the next week. I don't even think it's going to happen in the next couple months. But what I am going to be looking for is more bullish momentum here. Again, seeing new all-time highs on NASDAQ. I will be expecting a little bit of a pullback to test this new region here as new tentative support right around the $14,900 region. But overall, I'm looking for extension. We do see stochastics here crossing up and rejecting the bottom side of the bullish control zone, pointing back to a very bullish posturing here. We do see the exponential in a very positive stature as well. I love this read. I do believe that this is a delicious read if you're trading stocks that are related to the NASDAQ index here. Very, very, very bullish here. From a stochastic perspective. RSI back into the bullish control zone here. Exponential forced to a positive slope once again, coming off of this bullish divergence call on the low here. Boom, nice explosive movement to new all-time highs. Now, this does raise a little bit of concern for potential bearish divergence. If we do get a top call here, at this region here, what would I look for? What would the condition be for that region? Let's see. I would be comfortable with saying any closure below the red 10 simple here, just below the $14,817.75 region. I would be looking for a top arrow on the caretaker RSI to initiate itself. And if we do get a top call on the RSI, while RSI is below this prior high here, we will get another call for bearish divergence. And I would expect a little bit more of a pullback as a result. Maybe to this region here, I'd be comfortable with saying, because I'm always looking for higher highs and higher lows, right? And if we do decide to see, if we do see a pullback within this region here, I would be looking for a higher low potential right around 14,715, right? Looking at volatility here, we're starting to see it expand a little bit off of this very, 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 almost a zero read, very, very, very low read here. So that is indicative of potential expansion to the upside. I do want to see more confluence with that. I do want to see more price action to the upside, and I want to see volatility cross above the volatility moving average here. There is significant divergence between the two, so we do have a little bit of time before that, that call is definitive from my perspective. And if we do get that signal, we likely know the direction of the expansion, right? Volatility expansion is not indicative of price action direction until you see the direction of the expansion, right, on the price action chart. So what we're looking for is price action to keep expanding to the upside while volatility is expanding to the upside as well. That is likely a sign that this move is very, very, very real and is very, very supported by the general market overall. Not too much else to explain outside of that. I don't have any targets to the upside. Obviously, again, the 2.272 is the only valid target I have remaining as a result of these new all-time highs until I see at least some form of resistance forming. And, it's too early to tell for that right now. We do have 16 hours left in the day's candle today. Maybe we see a little bit of a pullback, test this as support, and see tomorrow's candle start shooting back up. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Again, seeing all these momentum oscillators pointing in the same direction, that is my general bias on this. I'm fucking bullish. Price actions closing above all major moving averages, putting in new all-time highs. Momentum oscillators are rejecting the bearish control very powerfully, in my opinion, and we're seeing RSI dipping back into the bullish control zone here. So all signs from my perspective are pointing up for NASDAQ. We just don't have a target, right? We just don't have a target here. So, I guess we just wait. We wait for confirmation of resistance, or we wait for like a higher low or something like that to basically formulate itself before we can start to identify potential targets before the 2.272. So that's going to be it for NASDAQ. SPY futures likely the same way. Oh, this one's not the same way. Actually, rejecting. rejecting the all-time high here, not really printing new all-time highs, although I do believe it's going to be postured to do the same thing as a result of NASDAQ kind of being powerful and putting in new all-time highs. But we do see a little bit of rejection of this all-time high resistance here right around 43.75 spot 25. We do see price action moving to the upside while volatility is also expanding to the upside. Again, I want to see the volatility cross the moving average before I make before I have definitive confidence that this trade is legit or this movement is legit. However, we do see stochastics, that long-term uptrend structure here, still very valid. If you wanted to get more technical here, you could also say that this is another structure that is also valid within this market here today. Seeing a rejection off the bottom side of the bullish control zone, bouncing all the way back up, forcing the exponential to a positive slope. Beautiful read, in my opinion. The only sign for concern here is the RSI. While we aren't quite looking at another bearish divergence call, we are seeing momentum weakness here within the RSI, within price action. This tells me that the move to test the all-time high here has been done on significantly less momentum than is required for it to be more bullish in my perspective. So, while we are seeing a break, bounce off the 50 read on that bullish divergence call and a break through the exponential here, forcing the exponential back to a positive slope, it looks rather weak to me. So I do have to err on the side of caution as far as this market is concerned, that a potential pullback is likely. We did see rejection upon this region here at the all-time high. We're currently seeing a little bit of a test of it once again today. If we close below it, I will be looking for a pullback either to this support level here at 43.50 or maybe even a stab lower to the red 10 simple at 43.45. I'm not going to be looking for anything lower than that unless a top call is confirmed. However, if we do see a break above above the all-time high at 43.76 spot 25, I'll look for extension all the way up to the 1 spot 414 Fibonacci extension level right around 44.10. In my opinion, that one is likely to be a little bit quicker, obviously, because it's a relatively early target in my opinion. Give me 1 second. I'm looking at these comments here. I want to make sure that I get the analysis request pulled up. I did forget to do that. Same sentiment. I am bullish. We are closing above all major moving averages. I cannot be bearish on anything that is closing above all major moving averages. So for now, I am going to be awaiting a little bit more price action before looking for this target up here. And again, if we do see a pullback, a greater pullback, and a top call, maybe more conservatively below the red 10 simple here, I will be looking for a greater pullback to this region here first and foremost, 43.10. And that's kind of where I'm going to leave it. I'm trying to stay away from the hindsight trading mentality here, as hindsight trading tends to get me in trouble. So I'm focusing more on confirmation trading and playing the levels as they present themselves to me. We're going to go ahead and move on to Dow Jones here. Same thing, except a little bit weaker in my opinion. Not really seeing a bullish cross quite yet, but we are seeing evidence of potential waning momentum again from the bearish side. Bears are losing a little bit of momentum here as we do see stochastics starting to curl a little bit. Not to the upside, we're still negative on both aspects here, but we are seeing that pressure to the upside force the stochastics back up. And looking at this, we got a reversal style candlestick upon meeting and rejecting this resistance here at 34.830. What does that tell? What does that tell me? Let's look at the RSI. Let's see what the RSI says. Kind of the same thing here. We did get that nice read back above the 50 here, and we do see the exponential. It has been forced back to a slightly positive stature here, but again, anytime it's like this, I want to see strength, right? I want to see proof of momentum. I want confirmation that this is a legitimate move. So I am going to be looking for, at the very least, a breach above this resistance here before I'm confident of potential new all-time highs. But if we do close above this region, again, that's 34.830. I will be looking for extension to the all-time high resistance right around $35,000. Do we have our Fibonacci extensions? We do not. I'm going to go ahead and get a soft one in here. Oh, crap. That's the wrong button, Brian. What are you doing, you jerk off? Remove. Let's bring up the Fibonacci extension. Here's your blow off top. Here's your low. Boom. Any kind of closure above the all-time high, I'll be looking for extension to the 1 spot 272 Fibonacci extension zone right around 35,000. We'll just call it 35.5, right? What is it exactly? 35,473. Is that accurate? Let's make sure that this is accurate. I want it to be right on there. Yeah, 35,450 would be my next tentative extension target if we do see new all-time highs being printed here. Again, I'm still looking for evidence of that momentum, and you know, while we do see a little bit of that bearish momentum waning a little bit, that's still not confirmation that, you know, we're going to see more price action to the upside. What I'm actually going to be looking for again is that all-time high to be breached to the upside for me to be confident. Now, if we do see rejection and a top call here, this will be a lower high in confluence with this high here, and in my opinion, you know, we have the beginning steps of a potential downtrend. Again, we have the lower high if confirmed, but what I would be looking for next is a lower low. That's going to be the definitive factor for a downtrend, in my opinion. However, we do not have that condition met yet. That is a little bit hindsight trading. I'm not trying to get too deep into hindsight trading, but I still want to look at both sides of the coin. And if we continue to reject this region here, the next target that I'm going to be looking for is all the way down here at the green 55 to be quite realistic, right around 34,300. Again, I want to see it. You know, I want to see a higher high. If I don't see that higher high, it's likely to be a downtrend potentially in formation. Again, I want more confirmation than that. I want a lower low in conjunction with this low here, but getting a lower high is kind of like your first warning sign, right? That's your first warning sign to be on the lookout for a potential downtrend. It doesn't have to happen immediately. It doesn't even have to happen you know, within a week or 2 weeks. It could take its time. It could take as long as it needs to take, but I would still be aware of a potential downtrend unless the condition of this resistance is broken, is met. And that's kind of how I'm looking at Dow Jones. Actually looking a lot weaker in comparison to SPY futures and NASDAQ here. So maybe we're seeing market rotations go into NASDAQ land. That's a very big possibility here, but more likely, in my opinion, we are likely seeing Dixie declining a little bit here. Actually, no. We're actually seeing, is this low? No, consolidation, you know, a little bit of sideways price action here. Maybe I can identify some new levels. I'm still, you know, I'm still intermediately bullish on this one, just because we're still remaining above the blue 377 moving average here on this asset. And again, you know, that was kind of like the first warning shot fired from a bullish perspective to be looking for new highs here. But until that new high is confirmed, again, this is the main level that I'm looking at, right around 93.26. That is the level that I'm looking at to breach for new all-time highs. And if we get the condition met, I will revert my bearish sentiment to a bullish sentiment from a long-term perspective. Short-term, I am not bearish. Short-term, I am bullish. This is an uptrend. An uptrend is an uptrend, and a trend is your friend until the end of the trend. And as it stays right now, we're holding this trend very strongly. We do see stochastics, though, starting to curl back down here. This is a little bit concerning from my perspective. Seeing a little bit of that bullish momentum starting to dissipate a little bit, but it is trading counter trend, right? We got a little bit of a down cross here on stochastics while price action continues to you know, go up a little bit or more or less consolidate. Nothing too concerning at the very least until we close back below the blue 377. RSI kind of speaking the same language here. Again, the third drive of bearish divergence. You know, we get 3 drives, and it's likely, it's more likely to decline as a result. But doesn't have to. Anything can happen in the market. That's the beauty of the stock market, and that's the beauty of any market that you're looking at is anything can happen at any given time. So, you know, it is what it is as far as this one's concerned. But this one, RSI, barely breaching back above the, I don't know, what is that, flatlined? Is that flatlined? Barely negatively sloped exponential here. Again, I'm looking for more power, right? I'm looking for a breach of this all-time high, damn it, of this prior high. I'm looking for a breach of this prior high and RSI to force itself back into the bullish control zone and maintain control in that region for some time, right? That'll be confluence with this potentially being long-term bullish here. We do have a golden cross here, which is very interesting, right? I want to see how that golden cross plays out. Do we see a pull into that golden cross, or do we just get, you know, a massive launch continuation as a result? You know, only time will tell, right? Only time will tell. On top of that, we are seeing volatility expanding back above the moving average here on upwards price action here. So that is a little indicative. That is another piece of evidence from my perspective that this is more or less bullish for now. And again, if we break that high here, if we break 93.27, hold this region as support, I'm going to be very, very, very bullish on this. While we do technically have two lows here, one low printed on the 6th of January and a low printed on the 25th of May, we do have higher lows. That is confirmed, but the one thing that I'm missing from a conservative confirmation trading standpoint is that higher high. I'm still looking out for that higher high, and until that structural higher high is confirmed, I am still long-term bearish. More or less, we are consolidating technically, but in the midst of a long-term downtrend that's been in a downtrend for quite some time. I want to see evidence of actual reversal, a change of behavior before I'm convinced that this is going to be a bullish asset once again. That's kind of where I'm going to leave Dixie here. I do have a viewer. Hello, viewer. If you have any analysis requests, I think I only have 2 of them tonight. If you want to throw in a couple of more requests, I would be glad to knock out some other requests, keep the stream going for a little bit longer. I do have plenty of time. I'm not at work, I'm here, so it's basically my free time. So if you have any requests, go ahead and throw them in the YouTube comment section. I will be glad to look at any stock or asset that you want me to look at. We're going to go ahead and move on to Bitcoin here, seeing a little bit of continuation. I still believe that this is a bull trap, or not a bull trap. Yeah, bull trap. I still do believe that this is a bull trap. Technically confirming a change of behavior, yes, that much is correct, but seeing price action confirm a new low here, I am convinced that the downside is more likely long-term as a result. Just waiting for this waiting for this potential trap to resolve itself. Now, what will convince me that this isn't a trap? A closure above 34,300 would convince me that this isn't a trap, and I would likely look for extension to the next level right here at the next high at 35,270. Closure above there leads us to this level here, right around 36,000, right? What would make me full-on bullish? A closure back above 36,000 would absolutely make me full-on bullish. Obviously, I would look for more indicators to line up in confluence with that, but as it sits, we're seeing price action move to the upside, in my opinion, as a result of the news of the event that is to play out. I don't even know what the event is, to be quite honest with you. I have no idea what the event is. All I do know is that there is an event, and events typically have a sway on price action for Bitcoin. So as price action moves on to the upside, I'm going to be looking for rejection, to be quite honest with you, until proven otherwise. I am going to be lining myself up with a couple of shorts. I am positionless right now, again, as I do believe that this is just a bull trap here, and I missed the majority of the move anyway. If we do get a closure above the blue 377, likely we see continuation to this region here at 34,350. Give or take a few bucks. Maybe put in a little bit of a short-term position for a short-term pump to the upside. Short-term pump to the upside, is that bullish from my perspective? No. Not at all. Short-term pump to the upside is not bullish. That's my disposition on Bitcoin here. What I'm actually going to be looking for again is rejection, either at the blue 377 here, which we've been below for quite some time now, or a rejection upon this region here. I could be proven wrong very easily, again, but the major level that I'm looking at for any bullish hopium from my perspective is the $36,000 region. We could easily see price action go to that region, or just to the green 55 and reject, confirming a structural lower high, and then we likely see downtrend continuation as a result. Now, if we get a closure below the red 10 simple, I'm going to be extremely confident that this is going to play out as a bull trap. I'm going to be very confident, and I'm going to start lining up positions potentially to the downside on confirmation. I won't forget that. I will not forget that. I will wait for confirmation. If we do break the red 10 simple, I'll look for a back test and a closure, a second closure below the red 10 simple, and it just so happens to be almost perfectly aligned with the support that we are seeing price action above now at 31,500. I will be looking for a back test and a rejection of that region first and foremost before I line myself up for any kind of trade. So, while I do think there is going to be a little bit more extension here, we are seeing volatility here decrease as price action comes to the upside. We actually started seeing the evidence of potential expansion with the downside movement. So that was kind of my tell here that Bitcoin was likely to revert to the downside. However, I allowed myself to break one of my crucial trading rules. I did not wait for confirmation. I entered in a fucking bull trap. I entered in a trap, and I got stomped out as a result. So always be careful with that kind of stuff. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but when it comes to confirmation, in my opinion, confirmation trading is much more safe than trading from an aggressive standpoint. And by that I mean opening a position on the first candle closure below a support or the first candle closure above a resistance. Right? We want to wait for confirmation. We want to wait for a back test, or at the bare minimum a second candle closure above or below the specific level that you're looking at. It doesn't necessarily have to back test, right? But if we get for example, if we get a closure above a resistance, right, we could either see a back test and confirmation with a second closure above, or we could see straight continuation with a closure above. Both of those examples would classify actual confirmation. So that's kind of how I'm looking at Bitcoin right now. Again, I'm being a little bit patient as, again, I am extremely bearish on this. There is no indication telling me to be bullish on this just yet. Again, from like a medium term or a long term perspective. Yeah, and that's that. That's that for Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and move on. I think we only have 2 requests. If the viewer has any requests, drop them. Drop them in the YouTube comment section. I will be glad to do them. We're gonna go ahead and do Fubo though. Corey Stevens says Fubo medium to long term, just general trend and maybe a few levels. Okay, let's go ahead and look at Fubo TV. It looks like I've done this one. It is really convoluted, so I'm going to start over, right? I'm going to start over, get a fresh perspective here. Freaking cat hair on my keyboard. Holy crap. I'll highlight this. Nice little swing low. Nice little swing high. Nice little consolidation at the current moment in time. A little bit of a box. Let's get some levels to the higher side. Hotkeys on TradingView. If you don't know, if you click your horizontal, right? If you favor your horizontal line, and then you press Alt and H, it'll just pop up. You can do this all day. It's freaking phenomenal. I don't know why I just discovered that a little while ago, but it is pretty much easier than just clicking it and clicking it and clicking it. But all right, let's look at Fubo here. What is Fubo telling us? Nice read here from a stochastics perspective here, crossing back up into the bullish, or excuse me, the bearish control zone. I typically look at that as a very decent buy signal. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but I do typically, from my perspective, look at that as a pretty decent buy signal here. And if we see continuation as a result, I'm going to be very confident that price action continues onwards and upwards. The main level that I'm looking at for this one right now, the L21. We actually saw price action go up to the L21 moving average here today and get swiftly rejected as a result. Now we're seeing basically one candle close below all moving averages. Here, when the moving averages are so tightly together, I don't really put much weight on them because there's no divergence, right? You can't say, oh well, you got a price closure above the red 10 and the cyan 89 is 2.5 cents away from that. They're too tight to really make a decision on, but seeing a rejection at the L21 and a closure back below all of them, in my opinion, isn't really a great signal. Not including the top call here. This wasn't a top. Where's the last top? So we do have the precipice of a downtrend, to be quite honest with you. Here's your high. Taking out this low here, printing in a new lower low, and now looking at a new lower high. Downtrend confirmed. Downtrend confirmed here, and if we see continuation all the way down to this region here, which is kind of what I'm looking for right now, all the way down to 24.68, I will be more confident in that downtrend call here, as that will be more legitimized in my perspective. Structurally though, still a downtrend. Technically still a downtrend. If we do see a break below this region here, the floodgates, in my opinion, will open to the downside, with price target all the way down here at 22 bucks. That would be kind of the next region to look for, in my opinion, especially if this plays out as a major swing high. This is the level that I'm looking at for bullish momentum. For the upside, however, a closure above the yellow 21 moving average. I will be looking for extension to the resistance right around 29.30, right? Any closure above there, play it level by level. I'll be looking for extension to $30.68. I'm not going to be like full-on bullish, full-on hopium filled until at least we see this swing high here taken out on a daily candle closing basis above 34.30. For right now, maybe a little bit of consolidation, maybe a little sideways. RSI actually a little bit basically lined up perfectly with price action, confirming a rejection of the negatively sloped exponential, which ties in with a rejection of the neutral zone here. So bears are flashing their cards a little bit right now, in my opinion, forcing this one back to the downside. I am looking for continuation to the downside as a result. That's kind of the disposition on Fubo here. We'll go ahead and move on. AMC, looking for possible levels and averaging in as it dips. Let's go ahead and look at AMC. Lower high confirmed. I'm going to do this out of spite. because I think it's fucking hilarious. I'm going to do this out of spite. We've been looking at an hourly. We'll start with an hourly. Technically, by the way I'm looking at it, the hourly is consolidating. Definitely consolidating. Not bullish. Wow, would you look at that? Whoa, would you look at that? Wow, bullish is above this level here. 48 spots 55 on the hourly. Hourly consolidation, small breakout, rejection, bearish. 4 hour. Consolidation, small breakout, rejection, bearish. God, I'm such a spiteful piece of shit, aren't I? I need some damn water. That's just to kind of tie on with the conversation, the unfortunate conversation that I had today. I see no objective evidence on any time frame, high or low, that tells me that this is bullish. Sorry, there is no evidence. I can see no evidence. Taking out, yeah. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. And you know, that's where the heated debate comes in, you guys. The heated debate can come with all sorts of disagreements and all sorts of you know, technical perspectives and so on and so forth. You know, my technical perspective is one way, and someone else's technical perspective is another way. That's all fine and dandy, in my opinion. That's what I want. I want the challenge. I want the combat. I want the technical. You know, combat, technical combat. That's what I want within the channel. But what I don't want is disrespect and you know, a child throwing insults at the end of the day. That's not what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking to grow as a human being, grow my knowledge with technical analysis. But as far as this one's concerned, we're gonna go ahead and check it out on the daily. What do I see? I see a lower high. Downtrend confirmed, not bullish. I am not bullish on AMC at all whatsoever at the current moment in time. Until what? Until what, you ask, Brian? To be bullish, technically, per classical technical analysis theory, to be on the bullishly biased side, I need to see a daily candle closure back above $59, 59 bucks, the prior high. From a short-term time frame perspective, to be subjectively bullish, I need to see a change of behavior above the 4-hour high, right around $48.57. On the hourly, to be objectively bullish, I need to see continuation past this point at $43.90 until any one of those three conditions are met. I am not bullish at all whatsoever on any time frame. And the evidence is there. This is a bounce. That's all it is. A bounce is not bullish. A bounce will never be bullish on any time frame ever until you have evidence of a legitimate bullish change of behavior. I can pull out my notes if you want me to. God damn. Got such a laugh out of that today. 24-hour, what am I looking for? These are the levels that I'm looking for. I'm actually going to be looking for a continuation all the way down to this region here at $35.55 as a result of candles closing below the green 55. Once again, the green 55 being a major critical moving average from my perspective. We close below it, so I will be looking for continuation unless the following condition is met. Closure back above yesterday's open at 40 bucks. Will likely confirm a low, but looking at the RSI here, RSI does not look healthy. The RSI does not look healthy in my opinion. The negatively sloped exponential has been acting as resistance for quite some time and is now acting as resistance to a point where it forces price action further to the downside. I know we saw some consolidation within this region here, and then boom, your death drop there for AMC. Now seeing a little bit of a pump back up, testing that resistance here, testing that exponential, and testing the middle line, the neutral midpoint here, and rejecting it quite subjectively, proves that it is more likely that AMC comes further to the downside. If I'm going to be looking for more downside here, I'm going to be looking for a break below 35, spot 55. If that condition is met, I'll look for a test of the Cyan 89 first and foremost at 31, spot 54, or just in line with this prior low here, but likely lower. We got the lower high, right? We got the lower high. I'm likely looking lower. I'm likely looking much further lower than the 31 spot 54 region. And if the bottom side of this box breaks here, the next test technically is the purple 200. The purple 200 exponential right around 20 spot 32. It's going to be like a little bit of a hindsight target for me, as you know, I am kind of looking for that as a potential target. Now, to the upside, again, if we get this confirmed as a low, I will look for a retest of this region here at a 42 spot 77. If we get a closure back above 42 spot 77, I'm going to be looking at this level here. Again, this is the 4-hour change of behavior location right around 48 spot 46. If we do see closures above there, I will be on a short-term basis bullish once again. Again, that's just subjective evidence, not speculation, subjective evidence. You know, where the candlesticks are located in variation with the highs and with the lows, those are facts, right? Those are facts. What the price action is likely to do is speculation, in my opinion. But you can easily look at a level and say, yeah, that's definitely a top. Caretaker RSI clearly says this is a top, right? This is our last top here. And as long as we're below this region here, I'm not bullish. I might get some combat, I might get some arguments, and that's fine and dandy. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm looking for some more downside on AMC, unfortunately. I do think this one's getting ready to crack to the downside. We do have a long-term uptrend structure, though, to be aware of for AMC. We did see a little bit of a dip below. Nice recovery back up. Decent buy signal, in my opinion. However, I want to see confluence with price action continuing onwards and upwards, printing new highs, right? Again, it's not about making calls. It's never about making calls, being right or being wrong. We're all here to profit, man. We're all here to make trades. We're all here to help each other learn how to better manage our risk and better identify specific signals that the indicators are providing, and so on and so forth. That's the true nature of the beast that we have here. Hello, viewer. If you're seeing this, give me a request, man, or gal, or both, or. You know, I don't discriminate here. If you identify as a lady, if you identify as a man, if you identify as both, or if you identify as a frying pan, I don't know. Give me something. I want to keep the stream going a little bit. Give me a request, man. Because if you don't, I'm gonna have to end this stream. I'm gonna be real sad because I'm excited right now. I wanna do it, man. I wanna get some analysis going, man. Give me the analysis. Give me a request, bro. Give me a request, bro. I'll give this viewer a couple minutes. To give me a request, if you so desire. We're only 42 minutes in. I was looking for an hour tonight, and I'm out of content. So I want to fulfill your request. Give me your request. Give me your requests, bro. Give me a request, bro. Or broette. Or brosafina. Anything? Or are you just on there because, oh, you know what? What if it's my fiance? Well, wouldn't that be something? My fiance's not going to request anything. How can I find out who's watching? That's what I want to know. How do I find out who's watching? Give me a request, viewer. Come on. Just give me one more. Give me one more. And while we're waiting, thanks for watching the stream, you guys. If you did like the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. If you're in the mood for realistic analysis, this is the channel to come to. I am not a full-time professional day trader yet. I am still learning. I am still a tadpole. I am still making my mark in the market here. I am still paving the way to financial freedom and to financial success. I will take any kind of constructive criticism from anyone at any given time. I'll take debates. I'll take anything. I'll take anything, man, to learn more. Thank you for being here. To everybody that is here, to everybody that's professionally, debating technical analysis and having a good time and being a part of the channel. It's so appreciated. I'm getting a couple of comments that I'm making great videos. I was real nervous about creating a YouTube channel because I didn't know how I would do. I still don't know how I'm doing, obviously, because, you know, I don't have a whole bunch of viewers yet. But for those that are here, phenomenal. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the community. It means so much that we have as many followers in the Facebook group that we do and as many followers on the YouTube channel that we do. But it doesn't look like I'm getting that request, everybody. We did make it 45 minutes today. That's probably going to be good enough for this stream. You know, just, you know, be careful. Be careful. Mitigate your risk. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But, you know, from my perspective, manage your positions, mitigate your risk. Yada, 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 yada. That's going to do it for today's video, you guys. I'll be back here roughly around the same time tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, basically the end of the week times for me. I'm going to be hanging out with my fiance, so tomorrow's video is likely to be much shorter than the normal videos during the earlier part of the week. And that's all I have for today, you guys. So until next time, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay trading, ladies and gentlemen.